Dr. Hitchcock here from Faith Bible Church in Edmond, Oklahoma. And I'm here to announce a new ministry, really a new opportunity called Prophecy Talk, where every week I'm going to be doing a video blog. And so it'll be on my website. It'll be on my website, marklhitchcock.com. It'll also be on my Facebook page. And so you can access it in either one of those places. And what we want to do is give a prophecy update each week, kind of things that are happening in the world that are relevant to Bible prophecy and the end time scenario that's in Scripture. But also I want to answer questions. So you can go to my Facebook page and you can submit questions there. They don't have to be about prophecy. They can be about other areas of biblical study as well. I have the privilege to be the pastor at Faith Bible Church in Edmond and teach at Dallas Seminary. So I talk about a lot of things not related to Bible prophecy. So you can ask any question you'd like. We won't be able to answer maybe every question every week, so be patient if you send a question. We'll get to that in the order that they come in. But what we'll do during this time each week is I'll give a prophecy update and then answer some questions. So some of the weeks we may spend more time on answering questions, less time on the prophecy update. Other times it may be a little lean a little more heavily to the prophecy update and answer a few of the questions. But that's basically what we want to do. My daughter-in-law, Natalie, who's here this morning with me, she will be getting those questions off Facebook and giving those to me and give a shout out to Chris McLaughlin, who's here helping to film this each week for us. I appreciate that. So it's just going to be an opportunity for you to get an update of some things that are happening. We live in fascinating times in our world. I think even secular people who don't even know much about the Bible kind of have this sense that our world is getting near closing time. And I think we see a lot of things in the world today that are setting the stage for the scenario that's presented to us in the Scriptures. And so what we'll be doing each week is just taking some things that are happening in our world and bringing the lens of Scripture to those so that we can understand where these things fit into the end time scenario. And so I want to begin really the prophecy update with something that just happened this last week. Many of you may have found in the news or heard in the news that an Iranian drone came over into Israeli airspace this last week. Of course, you say, well, how did an Iranian drone get in Israeli airspace? Well, remember, because of the civil war in Syria, Iran and Russia have lots of troops in Syria. They're both propping up the really brutal regime of Bashar al-Assad there. So you have Iranian and Russian troops really poised right on the northern border of Israel. And so Iran sends this drone in that Israel destroys. And then the Israeli Air Force goes in and bombs some sites in Syria. It's really a really important event, kind of a critical turning point in relations between Israel and Syria, and of course also with Iran and with Russia. And I mention that because there's an ancient prophecy written 2,500 years ago in the book of Ezekiel, Ezekiel 38 and 39. Talks about an invasion of a coalition of a group of nations in the end times into the land of Israel. And it tells us what nations will come into Israel. And it's interesting, one of them is Rosh, which I believe is modern day Russia. And another one that's mentioned is Persia. And of course, Persia became Iran in 1935 and became the Islamic Republic of Iran in the late 1970s. So here you have this ancient prophecy that when the Jewish people are regathered to their land, which didn't happen in modern times till 1948, when they're regathered to their land, at some point in the future, this coalition of nations involving Russia and Iran will come down into the land of Israel to attack them, to wipe them off the face of the earth. And so I think it's fascinating that we look today and we see that in Syria, right on the northern border of Israel, you have Iranian troops, you have Russian troops, an Iranian drone is shot down this last week, and again, these Israeli planes go in there and bomb some of these places in Syria. So this is something that's happening that really is a development and a real foreshadow of this Gog-Magog prophecy in Ezekiel 38 and 39. Now, one of the questions I get really often have in recent times is about Syria. There's a prophecy in Isaiah 17 about Damascus being destroyed and being removed from being a city. And a lot of people wonder, with what's going on in Syria today and with Israel, could that prophecy be fulfilled soon? I mean, could it be fulfilled on the near horizon? So Next week, I want to talk about that. We may talk about some other things that come up as well, but I want to talk about that prophecy in Isaiah chapter 17 and Damascus and Syria, and then hopefully answer some questions that you send in on Facebook. So excited about kicking off this new ministry opportunity. I hope you'll interact with us and be a part of this with us. Again, it's Prophecy Talk. Thank you so much for being a part of it this week, and I hope you'll be looking at this video blog every week, and we'll go on this journey together as we look at what God has in store for the future of this world and how what we see today relates to that. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a good day.